Hi, and welcome to my presentation about the reading of Candide, written by Voltaire. In this presentation, I will be covering the two different questions that the teacher requested. The first one is, the book's plot is a journey as the plot for the Odyssey. In both stories, some characters go on a journey. How can you compare them? What do they look for in their journeys? And the second one is, our world is much like Voltaire's. People live in slavery, there are violent wars, disease, and natural disasters wreak terrible havoc on human lives. What might Voltaire's message to today's readers be? What might he make of today's world? In regards to Odysseus and Candide, how can we compare them? We can say that these two characters have a lot of similarities. The first one is that they were both looking for love. Throughout their journeys, what kept them going was looking and finally getting to their loved ones. For the case of Odysseus, he wanted to get back to Penelope and his son. And Candide, he wanted to get back to Cunegonde. They were both guided by someone. Athena was the goddess of wisdom who helped Odysseus with the gods, so she was the one that guided him through many of the situations that he went through. And Pangloss was Candide's tutor. Pangloss was a philosopher that believed that everything happened for a good reason. He was a very optimistic person, and he was the person that initially guided Candide. These two characters also are similar because they both went through very difficult situations. Candide, he lived through the Lisbon earthquake and he managed to survive it. In the case of Odysseus, he escaped persecutions. Both of them escaped persecution. They both faced wars. Odysseus faced the Cyclops, which he also managed to survive. Sorcerers and sea storms were also some other difficult situations that Odysseus went through. We notice that both of these stories are very adventurous. So this is a similarity that we can see throughout the reading of both of them. There was a lot of adventure in both stories. These two characters were both forced to leave home. In the case of Candide, he was kicked out of the castle where he lived because he was caught kissing Cunegonde, and because of this he was sent to the army. In the case of Odysseus, he had to fight the Trojan War. That's the reason he left Ithaca. So they were both forced to leave. In regards to Voltaire, Voltaire was not a believer in fanaticism in regards to religion. And today, I think that this idea would be very helpful to help humanity, because unfortunately most of the wars that we are living, that we are experiencing, have to do with religion, with the different views that we have. There is really no respect. There is really no limits on the way that we view religion, which is supposed to make us come together instead of being apart every day, like the way we are currently living. I think Voltaire's idea of being able to believe in a God but not let that idea make of this world a disaster is one of the main characteristics that I could gain from his thoughts, from his way of thinking. I think that it would be very helpful if we could all come to an agreement that this way of thinking, that religion is something that should make us come together, would really benefit us. And one thing that Voltaire could help with today's religious views is that you can't make a business out of people's credibility. And God, the idea of God should be respected if you believe in him, and if you don't believe in him, it should also be respected. So these were some of the main points that I could get out of the readings. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.